back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm presenting you 5 different alternatives to the Chanel Classic Flap bag. Even though it's my absolute favorite handbag, I do have to admit that the prices have become ridiculously high lately. So if you are looking for cheaper alternatives, then please keep on watching. So the first option that I have to show you is the Ichsando Kate bag. Mine is in size medium and in black, and this particular one retails for $2,190 plus tax. I think that it is actually the one that resembles most closely the classy look of the Chanel Classic Flap. I really love the black and gold details. I think it's timeless, it's classic, it's kind of really easy to pair with everything, with like every outfit in every situation. This is for me like the replica of the Chanel Classic Flap in size small. I have it in black, in caviar leather, and then gold hardware. And it is the one that actually replaced this one, so that's why I'm bringing this one out as an alternative if you are not willing to pay the price, because oh my god, the prices have become absolutely crazy lately and that's definitely not okay. But anyway, let's come back to this one. I find it very roomy. I think it's somewhere in between the small and the medium Classic Flap. It's definitely a little bit larger than the small one, and it actually fits a lot compared to the size. It's something that's kind of not intuitive and you wouldn't think that it fits so much, but it definitely does. And then what I also really love about this handbag is the fact that it is very sturdy. It's kind of like a very structured bag, which is nice because you don't have to worry about it being slouchy or anything, and it is very carefree. Unlike the flap, I think that, you know, whenever you put in something like $9,000 in a handbag, it's very hard for it to be carefree. Even if you select caviar leather, which is what I would recommend, you always run the risk of damaging a $9,000 handbag. Versus this one, I think that the price is very reasonable. And then I also think that it is one of the brands that has the greatest value for your money. It's a very good quality of brand. It's a very nice bag, but you're not paying as much as a Chanel Classic Flap. So next up, we have the Sinbono alisa bag in color ivory, and this one retails for $139. So very reasonable, and I think that this one is kind of like the copycat. It is the one that resembles most the frame and the shape of the Chanel Classic Flap, while still being extremely reasonably priced. Obviously the shape of the bag is very similar, but also if we look at the strap, so this bag actually comes with a double strap, as you can see, which is very similar to the Classic Flap. And then the added bonus about this bag is that it is a crossbody option for tall girls. Definitely not like the Classic Flap. I'm always so jealous when I see like short girls wearing the CF as a crossbody bag, either small or medium. I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible for me. For me, it's like just an underboob kind of situation, and it looks terrible. So this one is really nice in terms of that it is a crossbody option for taller people. So that's always something good about it. Another thing is that it fits all phone sizes. So something important if you want to take your phone with you. I don't think that I can ever understand these bags that don't fit phones. I'm like, well, what's the point if you can't even bring your phone with you? And then finally, it is vegan leather. So that's also something that Chanel definitely doesn't do. So if you are more like, you know, vegetarian or vegan, or if that's something that's close to your heart, that's important for you, then this is a very good option. I also do believe that it is a good option in terms of the color. So if you are trying to think of what it would be like to have a Classic Flap in white, which is ultimately my goal, but I'm just too afraid to pull the trigger because for $9,000 you don't want to ruin your bag. This is a good option to try and to see if you can maintain that, to see if you can steer clear of color transfer, to see if you can, you know, take care of it and kind of still wear it at the same time. So I think that this is a tremendous option for that. And this video is actually sponsored by them. It is sponsored by Sinbono. So if you are interested in getting this particular bag or any of their handbags, they have tremendous choices in terms of handbags, but also like small wallets, SLGs, etc. Then I will go ahead and leave all the relevant information in the description box of the video down below. So from now on, the next handbags that I will be mentioning are handbags that I do not have. So I will be including pictures either here or here for reference. And the first one that I want to talk to you about is the Tory Burch Kira convertible shoulder bag, and it retails for $598. But I have seen several markdowns available, so this is definitely something to keep in mind. I think that in terms of price range, we are most likely around, you know, the $350/$400 range, which is definitely super reasonable for a handbag. And this handbag is actually in lambskin leather, so lambskin lovers, I got you. I think this is also a very good option to see if lambskin is doable for you before pulling the trigger on a classic flap, which is definitely a lot more expensive, and it would be, you know, a really great shame if you did damage that bag. This one is a little bit more carefree in my mind, and it's a great option to see if you like the lambskin, if you still take out your bag, if you're not too fearful of scratches, of, you know, anything like stains that may not necessarily come off as easily as caviar leather. So for that, I think that, you know, around $350 to $400 is a very good option to see if you like that. And then I also feel like it is kind of a hybrid between the Chanel Classic Flap and then also maybe a little bit of a Chanel 19 handbag vibe. And I think that's definitely due to the structure of the bag. It is a lot less structured than the Chanel Classic Flap. I think that it's kind of an in-between again, the Classic Flap and then the Chanel 19. And then it's also because of the soft, luxurious, plush leather feeling. That definitely reminds me of the 19 handbag. But I do think that it is a really good option to see if you like lambskin, and then to see if you also like the shape of the bag, to see if this is doable for you, to see if the strap is nice, to see if you like the crossbody option. So obviously this is a bag that I do not have. So I have read online that it is a crossbody option, but I can't speak, you know, for myself in terms of, is this something that fits my body frame, or is this something that fits, you know, most tall people? I'm not sure. But it is definitely a crossbody option for most like average size people. My next option would be the Bulgari Serpenti Forever shoulder bag. And this one retails for $3,750. So we have considerably upped the price range. But I still wanted to include a few what I call expensive options. And I think that this is a really, really nice one. To be very honest with you, it's never a brand that I really did consider for their handbags. I obviously knew of them, and I actually do have a necklace from them, but I never really knew that they made handbags before. And then I actually started doing research for this video, and I kind of stumbled across this bag, and I absolutely love it. It is actually available in a beautiful green color, which is kind of like to die for. I haven't seen the bag in person, so I obviously would need to see the true shade of the color. I think that sometimes it is kind of difficult to tell from a picture, but definitely from the picture it looks amazing. And then what I also really like about this bag is the snake head closure system. I feel like it's kind of like the edgy version of the CC closure system on the Chanel Classic Flap. And I think that it resembles it, but it's different in a, you know, different way, if that makes sense. I really love the look of it. I think that it is kind of a unique bag. It's not something that you would see everywhere. So if for you, you know, the unique character of your purse is important, the fact that not that many people have it, then I think that this would be a very, very good option. It is obviously a very good brand. It's a brand that is very reputable, that has, you know, very good quality items. So I think that, you know, in terms of quality of the material, you would definitely have something that fits you, that is definitely nice. And I love the color. I think that it is not something that's really available or that I have seen yet. in the classic flaps, at least the ones that I do know, the ones that I have seen come out. So this would be a nice option to have for spring or summer. And my last recommendation is the Dior medium caro bag, which retails for $4,600 plus tax. So it is definitely the most expensive item on this list, and it is the one that most closely resembles the Chanel Classic Flap in terms of price. But what I do like about this bag, and in general the brand Dior, is that they don't have constant price increases like Chanel, which is so annoying. So obviously it is expensive, and that's for sure, but at least it's not as expensive as a flap. And what I do like about this particular bag, other than obviously, you know, the shape and then the different colors that it's available in, is kind of the reputability of the brand. This is, for example, you know, the one bag that from all this entire list, I would consider that it is actually an investment handbag. So it is the one that will have the highest resale value. It is the one that is definitely here to stay, that is, you know, timeless and classic, that will still be beautiful, you know, 10 years from now, and that I think is also of the highest quality. I can't really speak, you know, for the ones that I don't have, but I think that Dior is an amazing brand. So if you have the option of getting to this price range, which is, you know, definitely different than the prices that we started with, this is the one that I would recommend, because you will still be able to resell this piece and to wear it like 5-10 years from now, which is not necessarily the same for all other options. I think that it is a very classic choice. It is something that will go along with any outfit of yours, that will be, you know, recognized as a really nice brand. So if for you the character of being recognized is important, then this is the one that I would recommend. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that it was beneficial for you in case you were looking at alternatives for the Chanel Classic Flap. Obviously the prices are very discouraging. It is now very, very complicated to buy from them because they have imposed quotas on handbags, which is ridiculous. I think that they have, you know, kind of started to be like Hermes. So obviously it is expected that, you know, we no longer really want to purchase from them every time, that we are looking for alternatives. That's why I wanted to make this video and come up with fun ideas that might replace this iconic bag. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.